In the midst of a bustling avenue, I was approached by an acquaintance, a man of considerable thought, who interrupted without a word of greeting, proclaiming with unanticipated urgency, "Iran's victory and Israel's defeat is a strength for Syria." I steadied myself, wondering if his faculties had taken leave or if he was in a daze, perhaps under some influence. "Have you lost your senses, or are you dreaming?" I asked. His curiosity piqued. He retorted, "How can you say that? To form a judgment on something, one must first comprehend it," I replied, laying the foundations for a more nuanced exploration. "Consider this," I continued. "Both parties harbor expansionist ambitions against Muslims, right? Iran has seized control of 4 Islamic countries, resulting in the deaths of over 2 million people. Meanwhile, Israel occupies Palestine and the Golan Heights, having slaughtered hundreds of thousands, and continues its relentless assault on Gaza. I expanded on the stark realities revealed through systematic study and the palpable military might. Israel's standing is notably stronger, bolstered by military force and Western support, evident in the contentious ground it has gained. "With your fantastical, almost vaudevillian assertions," I said, pausing for breath and reason, "let's pause and apply logic here. First, has it not crossed your mind that Iran enveloped all of Syria, aligning with Russia to massacre 1 million Syrians, displacing and scattering 10 million more, decimating the cities of Homs, Aleppo, and transform Syria in its quest to spread Shurism? Second, Israel has held the Golan since the era of Hafez al-Assad and has now expanded, occupying surrounding areas. Yet, it has not inflicted 10% of the casualties the Iranians have wrought, nor have they violated homes or sown the seeds of Judaism." He interrupted, intent on elucidating, "My thoughts pertain to an alliance between Iran and Syria if such a victory occurred. Conversely, if Israel triumphed, its ambitions would grow." I shook my head firmly. "Do you genuinely believe in your imagination that a victorious Iran would hoist the Syrian revolution's flag? That they'll repent, seek forgiveness, and embrace Sunni Islam? That they'll unify under a new Syrian leadership banner?" "No," I asserted. "You're intoxicated by whims and misleading information. Post-victory, Iran would seek revenge for its expulsion from Syria, stirring insurrection and imposing its conditions. Syrian people's ire towards Israel is notable, but their vendetta against Iran is amplified manifold. Iran cannot forget the disgrace of being ousted from Syria. Historically, and among Shiite doctrines, never have they united with Muslims against a common foe. They threaded alliances with adversaries of Muslims throughout ancient and modern history. For heaven's sake, cease spreading intellectual opiates to the populace," I pleaded. He cut me off, "But what?" I challenged. "Suppose hypothetically that Israel claimed victory. The new Syrian administration, supported and advised by Turkey, has strained political ties for potential future gains, seeking not to provoke Israel unnecessarily, whilst constructing a renewed Syrian strength after the infrastructure suffered total devastation. If, hypothetically, Israel triumphs and recklessly seeks expansion in Syria, breaching political accords, what results is an ignited frontier of conflict, aware of Syria's vigilant populace and combat-hardened army, seasoned from 12 years of brutal warfare. This front would rally millions of Muslims worldwide to battle, engaging nations with intricate ramifications. Thus an international quandary unfolds, demanding contemplation. It serves their interest not to open such fronts now, limiting their actions to non-expansive skirmishes. But should your dubious fantasy of Iran's victory arise, it would foster Shiite expansion, catastrophically impinging upon Sunni belief amid the ignorance and misguidance of many deceived intellectuals akin to yourself, with due respect. We've traversed those misguidances since the Khomeini revolution, birthing misguided intellectual empathy like yours, proliferating Shurism, leading Iran to occupy 4 Islamic states, kill 2 million and displace 15 million Muslims in collusion with Americans and Russians. Alas, intellectuals of your type are oft blind to these glaring truths. Israel's triumph, well known to the masses, would rekindle tensions universally, invoking chaos. I repeat my stance. Both sides are adversaries with Muslims presently oppressed, lacking a strong Sunni-led initiative. Events unfold under God's decree and wisdom, as universal laws prevail. I wish both parties exhaust themselves thoroughly, prolonging conflict to quell their aggressive force, thus granting diligent Muslims opportunities to assess and harness their strength, potentially leveraging benefits from such attrition at some point.